All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Recovery Uncovered with Danya and B. We have a very special guest today that is going to introduce herself to us. Hi.
Hi, I'm Roy Reyna. I work with Rise Recovery. I've been there for about 5 years. I've worked with the young adults and I work with youth now and also work with our school programs.
Cool.
You do a lot, right? Say that right now.
Yeah, you do.
The man of many, many hats. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And many, many
Uh-huh.
just you could just block it in and love it.
Just do it.
Just do
You
it.
do it.
So talk to us, Roy. I guess we're here today just to kind of talk to people about what our New Year's looks like. Maybe like what it looked like at first for you in the first time, or your first year, right, within your recovery, um, and what it's like for you today.
Okay. Well, I guess since we're on the topic of holidays, right? Like, we got the all the holidays, the majority of them packed into these couple weeks right now, and New Year's coming up. When I first got out of treatment, I think I got out like a few days before 4th of July. So I learned like early on how to what I needed to do to stay safe during the holidays because it's not easy, right? Especially if you're early on in recovery. One of the things that really helped me out was that I had to remember, like, I don't have to do anything that I'm not comfortable with, right? So if I don't feel comfortable doing something or I'm not sure how something's going to turn out, I can always say, like, you know what, maybe next time, maybe next year, right? And pull back. And that was something that I had to do because, like, in my family, most holidays, especially New Year's, it's like we all drank, right? And so getting sober, like my family didn't quite understand, like, oh, you're good with drugs, you can drink, right? And I knew that it doesn't work that way. So they all went and they did their thing, and I kind of just hung back and um, I got I got involved with my recovery family. My first New Year's sober, I went with Padat to the bowling alley, and we went bowling, and we went to the comedy club, and then we came back and we made pancakes, and we all hung out at the center until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And that was my first New Year's, you know. So it was definitely different than what I was used to experiencing, right? And the times that I did have with my family, it was like, okay, like maybe I can go hang out with them, but maybe I'll set a time, right? I'll only go for like 30, 40 minutes, and that's all I can do. After that is probably time for me to leave, or go and like for Christmas, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna give gifts, I'm gonna make sure that I do what I go to do, and then when I'm done with that, it's time to go, right? So from then moving forward to today, things are like totally different, right? Because we're talking about, I think I had like right around 6 months sober. So, I was still pretty, you could say, like fragile in my recovery, right? I had to take care of myself, and today it's a little different, right? I can stay a little longer at my family's house. I can go and do things that I couldn't do when I first got sober. And you know, this year my family's kind of all over the place, so I'll just be spending it here with my wife. And we started doing some new traditions this year. First year, I put up a Christmas tree in my own place in recovery. I put
Wow.
lights on the house. I got a ladder, so on New Year's we're gonna, if it's not rainy and all, misty out, we're gonna get up on the roof and watch the fireworks from the roof. And you know, it's really important that when, at least for me, when I got sober, to start new traditions, because I was so used to, like, this is how everything looked, right? And when I started going into those holidays, it was like, oh man, this isn't as fun as I remember. Like, how do I make this fun? Like, how can this not be so, like, boring, or maybe like holidays aren't your thing, right? Like holidays bring up bad memories and not good time, or you're not good with your family. So, there's that tension there. Starting new traditions, so important. It kind of like almost like restarts the way things work and when it comes to like holidays and those feelings that come up. So anything I could, like, if I could say something to anybody who's like brand new in recovery, is find out where your people are going to be at. And by your people, I mean your recovery people, your recovery family, and be with them. If it's virtual, get on your phone or your laptop and be with them. Like those are the memories that are going to help you start new traditions.
That is so true.
That's
That's
awesome.
beautiful, man. Thank you. You so inspire me. I want to get on my roof on New Year's.
I'm too scared.
That's a long way up.
I know. I got a pretty big roof. I'm sitting there the whole time like, man, I should get on my roof. Sounds pretty cool. But no, you're so right, though. Creating these new traditions is really, really important. I know New Year's for myself has always been really hard, but now I'm able to, to be able to celebrate today. So I'm really, really thankful for that as well. What about you, Danya?
Oh, New Year's was always a hard one for me, but hanging out at PDAP and Rise Recovery really has, helped me with, because I have the sober people, my recovery people to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
This year we're doing it virtual. That's great because I'll still be hanging out with my recovery people.
Yeah.
So I think that's real important, especially during this time of year.
Yeah. Even if you're with your family, still find that the person who and they're either in recovery or they're sober, and just be able to talk to them, connect with them on years in some form or fashion. It's really important. So, well, as you know, I guess it's always a pleasure having you here with us. And you got anything to close out with?
Yeah, I can't, like I said, I can't stress enough about making sure you're staying in contact with your recovery family. Like my first 4 years in recovery, that's what I did. I did every holiday with my recovery family. And, things were, I have so many good memories. And, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody just because it's the holidays. That's the time when we got to be looking out for ourselves, because chances of slips are really high during the holidays. So make sure you're staying connected and reaching out.
Outstanding. Thank you, Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Love you guys.
Love you, man.
Love you.
All right. Were you able to close out, Danya? Or?
Yeah, I can. Rise Recovery, even with COVID and everything going on, we are available. Our number is 210-227-2634. You can also email at info@riserecovery.org. Go on our website at Rise Recovery. Our helpline, 24-hour helpline, is 210-SAY-CARE. And we do serve young people, young adults, and parents. We serve the whole family. So if you think you have a problem or you know somebody, please give us a call, reach out.
Yep.
And thank y'all.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.